Up. Uh-oh. Hello. Oh, let's see. Let me. They're gonna go. There we go. It says up there, Jimmie. Says no air. No, wait. That's a. I'm reading it backwards. Okay. No hair. No, no, it's not a.
Okay, that's Butch Hancock.
It's saying
there.
O'Hare. That's a flight coming in from O'Hare. Well, hello, stranger.
Put your loving hand in mine.
Hello, stranger.
Put your loving hand in mine.
You are a stranger. Oh, but you're a pal of mine. Weeping like a willow.
Mourning like a dove.
Weeping like a willow.
I've been mourning like a dove.
There's a gal up the country that I really love. Well, get up around her.
Let a working man lay down.
Get up around her.
Let a working man lay down.
You are around her. Oh, but you're all out and down. Every time I ride,
That 6 and 4th Street car.
every time I ride,
That 6 and 4th Street car.
I can see my baby just peeking through the bar. Well, she bowed her head.
She waved both hands at me.
She bowed her head.
She waved both hands at me.
I'm prison bound and longing to be free. Well, I see you,
When your troubles are like mine.
honey, I see you.
When your troubles are like mine.
I see you. When you haven't got a dime. Well, hello, stranger.
Put your loving hand in mine.
Ah, hello, stranger.
Put your loving hand in mine.
You are a stranger. Ah, but you're a pal of mine. Weeping like a willow.
Mourning like a dove.
Weeping like a willow.
Mourning like a dove.
There's a gal up the country that I really love. Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody, to the Mucky Duck. Yeah. This is Jimmie Dale Gilmore, and I'm Butch Hancock. Let's do this little. Well, Jesse Guitar Taylor made me play this song so much he finally learned it. It took like half of a verse, and he got it. Yeah, so. Babe, I just wanna see you in the naked light of day. I wanna see the way you work and the way you play. I got a funny feeling this feeling's gonna linger, gonna let you wrap me around your little finger. I just wanna see you in the naked light of day. Now grace doesn't come as a game, it comes as a gift. So what the hell you think you're doing, baby, working on the midnight shift? Moonlight on the mountain, starlight in the valley, headlight on the highway, flashlight in the alley. I just wanna see you in the naked light of day. All right. I just wanna see you in the naked light of day. I wanna see the way you cuss and the way you pray. Well, some pray standing, some pray kneeling, some stare holes in the floors and the ceiling. I just wanna see you in the naked light of day. Well, lay down, mama, see what tomorrow brings. Through the consequences, love, and lots of other things. Well, you read my fortune and you know my sign. You read my palm, now read my mind. I just don't want to see you in the naked light of day. Babe, I just wanna see you in the naked light of day. I wanna look you square in the face when there's nothing to say. I don't wanna have to argue and I shouldn't have to ask. I just wanna see what's behind that mask. I just wanna see you in the naked light of day. Babe, I just wanna see you in the naked light of day. I wanna see the light in your eyes before it fades away. Give me a clue, blow me a kiss, tell me something, baby, don't leave me like this. I just wanna see you in the naked light of day. Yes, I just wanna see you in the naked light of day. One more. Babe, I just wanna see you in the naked light of day. This one or this one? Either one. Okay, I think that one works pretty good.
Yeah. I forgot. Tonight I think I'm gonna go downtown. Tonight I think I'm gonna look around for something I couldn't say when this world was more real to me at a night. I think I'm gonna go downtown. My love is gone away. My love, what can I say? My love would never say this world's just not real to me. And tonight, I think I'm gonna go downtown. 1,000 times that I can't say what's on my mind. But she would never see this world's just not real to me. And tonight, I think I'm gonna go downtown. Tonight, I think I'm gonna go downtown. Tonight, I think I'm gonna look around for something I couldn't see when this world was more real to me. Tonight, I think I'm gonna go downtown. Tonight, I think I'm gonna go downtown.
I promised her to learn it in that key. I'll go. Yeah, let's see. What do we get?
Reverted to the way I originally did it.
Oh, in B?
Yeah.
Let's try one over. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a song that the Flatlanders did on the first album, and I wrote it about 8 months before we recorded it, and it gave us time to learn it. So we're still doing it. So here it goes like it. My old shoes are laying on the floor. I ain't gonna wear them no more. Took me many miles down many hard roads, but that's what shoes are for. Now time has flown and I've outgrown every shoe I ever wore. I guess my bare feet will have to carry me one road more. Lord, I ain't got a lick of sense, I got a crazy mind. 'Cause I don't wanna leave and I don't wanna stay behind. But at the end of this one last road, they say there's always an open door. I guess my bare feet will have to carry me one road more.
I never could move my feet too fast in a pair of rich man's shoes. And there ain't a shoe alive that'll last as long as a poor man's blues. Well, I've told the line this one last time, now I got something else in store. And my bare feet are gonna have to carry me one road more. Lord, I ain't got a lick of sense, I got a crazy mind. 'Cause I don't wanna leave and I don't wanna stay behind. Well, at the end of this one last road, they say there's always an open door. And I guess my bare feet will have to carry me one road more.
Walked through the city streets in the sun and the rain and the wind and the snow. I've walked through the mountains and the valleys when there was nowhere else to go. This time I'll just follow the wind. It can blow and the rain can pour. My bare feet are gonna have to carry me one road more. Lord, I ain't got a lick of sense, I got a crazy mind. 'Cause I don't wanna leave and I don't wanna stay behind. At the end of this one last road, they say there's always an open door. I guess my bare feet will have to carry me one road more. Yeah, my bare feet are gonna have to carry me one road more.
Yeah, I can't remember. Okay. You can, we have a very strange problem of that we know too many songs, but we barely know any of them. We used to know them real well.
That's what I started to say. Yeah, we used to know a whole bunch of songs. Yeah.
But this is many of you have heard my stock introduction when I say this is one of my best songs. It was just written by Butch Hancock. That's true of most of my best songs. Or a lot of them. I don't know if most, but probably most.
I'd say.
I haven't counted them.
I'd say more like 50-50. You know, I had what do you call it? Surgery. Those cataract things. You know, they put in new devices in your eyeball. And this was 5 or 6 years ago, and I realized that for about 6 months to a year after that, I was telling people, I said, man, I finally got 20/20 vision, but my hindsight is still 50-50. So there you go.
I'll start it.
Okay.
Well, I'm your rambling man, and I can lift your latch. Well, I could stay here, Mama, but I got me some trains to catch. When that cold northern wind stops blowing, I'll still be walking the line. You ever see me laughing, little lady? I'm laughing just to keep from crying. I'm your rambling man. Some Christmas time, won't you hang my holy socks on a midnight line? Well, that mountainside just gonna sit there, that river's gonna float on by. But don't ask me to hang around here, I couldn't stay here if I tried. I'm your rambling man. Some Christmas time, you can hang my midnight mail on an old clothesline. Well, don't that moon look beautiful, baby? Climbing up through the sky. Well, it looks like I'm gonna chase that moon, Mama, till the day I die. I'm your rambling man, and there ain't no doubt I'm gonna hang out late, Mama, with the midnight crowd. Where the silver starlight glistens on the green mossy banks of time, I'm gonna spend my long nights listening, looking for a star that's mine. I'm your rambling man until I come home. Won't you hang my midnight mail on a rolling stone?
Yeah, most of these songs kind of originated up around Lubbock and the Panhandle, but then Austin started working its way into a lot of them and other parts of Texas too. This is which one is this? Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite ones, and it was written by Jimmie. I think it's one of his favorites too because it's so true of every one of us that grew up over there in Lubbock. Anybody grow up in Lubbock? Okay. How many of you have grown up? Okay. Well, okay. Moot point then. Okay. Here we go.
Down in my hometown, there is a fortune. They used to call it gold, but now it's love, I'm told, and with a worried mind, I put my time in, but hunger comes and goes, even while the wild wind blows. When I left there, eyes cast down in sorrow, so very soon I found the darkness on the ground. But now you know there ain't no new way for tomorrow. I must journey on the one road I have found. Down in my hometown, there is a fortune. They used to call it gold, but now it's love, I'm told, and with a worried mind, I put my time in, but hunger comes and goes, even while the wild wind blows.
Now I could sing you a song of inspiration, or of a new world where everyone's free. But now you know there ain't no new way to salvation. The time is getting short, my friends, for you and me. Down in my hometown, they used to call it gold, but now it's love, I'm told, with a worried mind. I put my time in, but hunger comes and goes, even while the wild wind blows.
This song starts in Saltillo, Mexico, and works its way up to the border and across the border all the way out to El Paso, Carlsbad Caverns, and Terlingua, of course. And, it's called the Ballad of Leo y Leona.
A little man named Leo headed for Laredo. He left Saltillo on the Day of the Dead, hauling down the hillside, rolling down the roadside. Right by his side rode a lady in red. Well, he left two pigs named Slander and Libel. She left a pet rock and a snow-white dove. He faced the music with a bullet and a Bible and the testimony of a man in love. Well, he hated church bells and the high-rise hotels, all the portfolios of the businessman. He had a mouthful of bad teeth and his smile was crazy. Childhood polio had settled in his hand. You can change your tune, you can change directions, you can change your mind, you can change your heart, you can change your feelings and your affections, but a circle of love is a work of art. They took the back roads out to Terlingua, spent a stormy night in 4 adobe walls. He placed a ring there on her finger, and he said, I'll marry you someday when the spirit calls. But she lost that gold ring the next summer at a Juarez bullfight, screaming ole, ole on the sunny side. But she hid her eyes when the mules dragged the bull away, and Leo held Leona when she cried. Then they drove all night down the Texas highway. They saw the sun come up on El Capitan. Leona leaned over with her ring finger, drew a perfect circle there in the desert sand. Then they kissed each other down in Carlsbad Caverns when they stopped the tour and turned out the light. You could have heard a pin drop, you could have heard the wind stop, you could have heard her whisper, Leo, I think I see the light. You can change your tune, you can change directions, you can change your mind, you can change your heart, you can change your feelings and your affections, but a circle in the sand is a work of art. Thank you. I will.
Wow.
I keep trying to not tell the same jokes I always told every time I get on stage. I can't think of any new ones. Let's see. Wait, I have one old one. It's not real old. It's just from last year from touring with Dave Alvin. It's this. It's not really a joke. It's just a fact. Did you know there are a lot of old people in this audience that are younger than me? It's true. Butch is 2 months younger than
I'm
me.
younger than you are.
And we don't remember hardly any of it. Last week before last, when was it? There was Alejandro Escobedo put on this wonderful show in Austin. We got to be part of it, but mostly the wonderful part was we got to be spectators of it too. It was a ton of really good songwriters, and the motif was you were to sing. It was Texas stuff, Texas songwriters. You were supposed to sing a song that had inspired you or influenced you or something, and then one of your own songs. And so, for me, Butch and I were sort of we were deeply influenced by a truly great songwriter who still, to this day, is somewhat unknown. It's kind of weird. I don't understand that. And his name is Al Straley, which do not mistake him for Al Stahaley, who is sitting here. And by the way, I think, Al, you get to be congratulated for being in this Hall of Fame, right? He's in the Hall of Fame, Songwriters Hall of Fame, with good reason. It's also Wilma's birthday. Happy birthday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday, it was yesterday. So never mind. It's gone. But anyway, but Al Straley, who is the brother of Angela Straley, who some of you might know, she's more famous than him, and she's great her own self. But Al was writing these songs when Butch and I were first beginning to write songs. He already was writing songs that were magnificently better than everybody else's. And so I chose one of his songs and to do that night at Alejandro's thing. And so now I'm going to do it again. Butch and I've been doing this song now for, at least for 55 something years.
I think it was about years, something like that.
What'd you say? I didn't.
It was just about from the years. Yeah.
It was a number of years, a certain number.
So that was everybody up here.
Anyway, this is Al Straley. You were surely wrong, crazy to admit it. Now your tears come falling, just as pure as rain. Well, babe, you don't even have to ask me to forget it. I'm not even trying. It won't be the same. And I'll run from you in the morning time. I know you'll need me when the sun comes softly. You'll want me by your side. Baby Leonardo must have held his hammer heavy as he cast his shadow straight into stone. Maybe wisdom comes to those who wait, though being weary. I know for myself, though, I'll just walk on and I'll run from you in the summertime. I know you'll need me when the warm breeze is blowing. You'll want me by your side. I have often thought you were all that I saw clearly. When, babe, like me, you were trying too hard to be free. Maybe now it's time for us to look where we have come. Though you think you're hiding from me, I'm not the one you're hiding from, and I'll run from you in the winter time. I know you'll need me when the snowflakes are flying. You'll want me by your side. I would wait for you, but my feet just keep on walking.
And like a laughing stream, my thoughts come quick, cool and clear. Something echoes now and then, but I don't hear. And on a winding road, I'm well on my way, with nothing to fear, and I'll run from you in the evening time. I know you'll need me when the moon is a-burning. You'll want me by your side.
Anybody been to Justisburg, Texas? You know where it is? Post, Texas? Snyder? Okay, between Snyder and Post. Now you know. Okay. It's a little bitty, it's actually on one side of the road, except I think they finally added another building over on the south side. And the significance of it, if any, is that it's right on the double mountain fork of the Brazos River. So there you are. Now you know. Jimmie and I like to include a little history, a little geography, and just to keep you on your toes or heels. Keep you on your heels, right?
He was born way down on the double mountain fork of the Brazos River Valley. He was a raking, a rambling boy, and he grew up and he married Sally. Died at the ripe old age of 88, and he ate everybody out of house. And home was the house on the hill he built by hand. Then he handed down to the ones he called his own. Well, the eldest son, he said the prayers, and the eldest daughter climbed the stairs in the Baptist church to the choir loft, and the children cried and the pastor coughed, and the coffin shook when the daughter sang with tears in her eyes and her Texas twang. And when she sang Peace in the Valley, everybody there, and especially Sally, knew they'd lost someone they'd call their own. But 10 years down the road to town, time had turned the tide around, and all around the undertaker they saw Sally go to meet her maker. And though the proper tears were cried, things had changed way down inside. With fancy cars and diamond rings, the kids just had too many things to call their own. One son drives a long limousine, and another one's a pumping that gasoline. One daughter don't do nothing at all but talk to the walls in Wichita Falls, while the governor governs and the gambler gambles, and a young girl cries and a young man rambles. Men all talk about the women and the weather, and the women all talk about they can't get together with the men they call their own. Woo!
That's called Own and Own, and it's spelled with W's. So.
I just remembered a good geography lesson. Mickey, I don't know if y'all know Mickey White. He played guitar with Townes Van Zandt for many years, and a really good friend of ours, a really good musician and songwriter himself, book writer. He has a book out now, and but I just remembered. I was thinking about how Houston has actually played a very huge part in my life, and in kind of strange ways, generally positive. In general, and speaking of which, by the way, we have to thank Susan Darrow and KPFT for lots of help for us, and but Mickey, you remember that song "I've Been Everywhere"? Man, and some of y'all might have heard this song by Mickey. He rewrote it. He
he completely rewrote it, wrote several verses, but one of the verses was this. You know, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Houston, 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 Houston. And everybody knew what he meant. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the next song, I don't think. Oh, it kind of, well, it's sort of, it's geographical. It's odd, isn't it? Why would geography and music be so intertwined? Well, why not? Come to think of it, I just never had questioned that before. It just, the confusion about that entered my head just now, and I said it out loud, and probably shouldn't have.
Probably shouldn't have. I have no clue what the answer to that is. It's a.
Anyway.
No, I got it.
Oh, good.
It's the roads. Oh. Yeah, it's the roads.
Of course.
Highways need some geography to go anywhere.
And they do better with music.
And yeah, exactly. So, yeah, everything fits if you let it.
Yeah, actually, because absolutely everything that exists is interconnected with absolutely everything else that exists.
Yeah, and then some.
That answer, yeah, it's exponential. Uh-oh. It's hard to resist the temptation. I one time said that I don't know what I think about some things until I start talking about it on stage. And then I still don't. But anyway, so this song is from the banks of the Colorado River.
It's right here in Texas.
Yeah, right.
Other places.
I won't tell the huge story I used to tell every single time I did this song. But, no, it's too long. It's too long, and it doesn't enhance the song. I don't think. But this song is for Janet. That's the shortened version, okay? Down by the banks of the Colorado, my true love and I one night did lie. And we laughed and played and made fun of the entire world spinning round the sun. Down by the banks of the Colorado, up from the banks of the Colorado, night watchman stood guard round the wagon yard. And I took a pillar for a sign that the salt of the earth was surely mine. Up from the banks of the Colorado, there is another Colorado. Wise men have told me, wise women too, that I may find sweet El Dorado down by the banks of one sweet Colorado. Down by the banks of the Colorado, the years flowed softly before my eyes, and the circus joined me in my quest and stayed with me throughout my test. Down by the banks of the Colorado, there is another Colorado.
have told me, wise women too, that I may find my sweet El Dorado down by the banks of one sweet Colorado.
What is this? Oh, Mind of Its Own.
Yeah, you know that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you have a better idea.
I think I do, but let's see. Let's do that.
He read the name of the song that's on the list. And I said, yeah, that's next, unless you have a better idea. And he said, I think I do.
Okay, let's do
But do you?
it.
Now he doubts it. He thinks he does, but he doubts it.
Well,
What day is this? I tell you what, how many of you have been to Terlingua? Anybody? Yeah. Well, if you have, you know that your sense of calendar melts into the desert. You have no clue what day or sometimes what month it is. Yeah, that's why I ask. Not that I needed to know. Today is today, no matter what. Okay, let's do except over in Australia. It's already tomorrow.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Oh,
more
okay.
than something else right now.
What key are you doing it in?
I think key of G. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I might take you to the country, babe. I might take you to town. If I ever tell you I ain't letting up, I'm just saying I ain't letting down. Oh, I'm just a man on a pilgrimage. Lord knows I'm aiming high. I'm just a man on a pilgrimage, and it's soon my feet must fly. I got fire on my shoes and they're burning, babe. No more can I stand still. I got wheels in my shoes and I'm bound for it. I must go where I will. Oh, I'm just a man on a pilgrimage. Lord knows I'm aiming high. Dreams flow like a river coming out of your mind, but your hands have gotta build the bridge. Your heart may rest on a mountain of time, but your feet have got to run the ridge. Oh, I'm just a man on a pilgrimage. Lord knows I'm aiming high. I'm just a man on a pilgrimage, and it's soon my feet must fly. stumbled through the gate, the last trumpet was blown, and my heart fell in the mud. But I saw the light and I kissed the stone. I even drank a cup of the blood. Oh, I'm just a man on a pilgrimage. Lord knows I'm aiming high. I'm just a man on a pilgrimage, and it's soon my feet must fly.
My mind's got a mind of its own. Takes me out of walking when I'd rather stay at home. Takes me out to parties when I'd rather be alone. Lord, my mind's got a mind of its own. I've been doing things I thought I'd never do. I've been getting into trouble without ever meaning to. I no sooner settle down than I'm right back up again. I feel just like a leaf out in the wind. 'Cause my mind's got a mind of its own. Takes me out walking when I'd rather stay at home. Takes me out to parties when I'd rather be alone. Well, my mind's got a mind of its own.
Well, I seem to forget half the things I start. I try to build a house and then I tear the place apart. I freeze myself in fire and I burn myself on ice. I can't count to one without thinking twice. Yeah, my mind's got a mind of its own. Takes me out walking when I'd rather stay at home. Takes me out to parties when I'd rather be alone. Yeah, my mind's got a mind of its own.
I tell myself to do the things I should, and then I get to thinking that them things ain't any good. I tell myself the truth, but I know I'm lying like a snake. You can't walk on water at the bottom of a lake. My mind's got a mind of its own. Takes me out walking when I'd rather stay at home. Takes me out to parties when I'd rather be alone. Well, my mind's got a mind of its own. My mind's got a mind of its own.
Some years ago, I think it's about 20-something years ago, 25 or 6 or 7, 27 years ago, maybe. I was out in Terlingwood working on an album, songs for an album, and I got all packed up and ready to come back to Austin and record it, and I stopped. I went, man, this sure needs one more song. So I unpacked my guitar, got back in my Airstream trailer and started playing, and several hours later this song came out, and it's hopefully self-explanatory. Some things are and some things aren't, or and some are both and some are neither, you know. That's the way I look at it tonight, at least. The Studebaker and the Pontiac, Cadillac and Ford,
Some will be recycled and some will be restored. But somebody's got you thinking that the best way to survive is just to drive, drive, drive. But I'm here to tell you, friends, if things haven't gone too far, don't lay your treasures up in some big shiny car. 'Cause with less money than you've wasted and less time than it took to make it, you could have walked around the world. You could have walked through the jungle and seen Victoria Falls. You could have seen the pyramids or the Taj Mahal. You could have seen the Holy Land, put yourselves in Jesus' shoes. You could have walked around the world. You could have walked around the world. You could have walked around the world. You could have seen the Holy Land, put yourself in Jesus' shoes. You could have walked around the world. You could have walked along a river and watched the sunlight melt the frost. Could have slept out under the northern lights and then the Southern Cross. You could have danced with danger, made good friends out of total strangers. You could have walked around the world. You could have leaned straight into the face of four strong winds. Stood a driving around town collecting useless odds and ends. Stood a going nowhere. You could have lived a life of destinations. You could have walked around the world. You could have climbed the Eiffel Tower and seen the lights of gay Paris. Watch little dogs fight for power up in Washington, D.C. Someday you will remember you're a child of Mother Earth, and you could have walked around the world. You could have walked around the world. You could have walked around the world. Someday you will remember you're a child of Mother Earth, and you could have walked around the world. Someday you will remember you're a child of Mother Earth, and you could have walked around the world.
Yeah. Hold on. One moment, please.
The song Jimmie is about to try requires a tuning of a guitar. And this was written also by Al Straley. And I remember, it was like high school or even junior high maybe. No, it would have been, it might have been junior high. Had you met Al by that time? Sometime in junior high?
No, I knew Angela a long time before I knew Al.
Oh,
So.
yeah. Well, maybe
I
I'm
don't know when
thinking
it was.
of that guy in Dallas. No. But Al was just a supremely wonderful musician, and back when the rest of us were still in high school trying to decide whether or not to show up for finals or something like that, So. You know Guy Clark's tuning method? You ever hear it? You find the string that's out of tune, and then you tune all the other strings to that one.
keep thinking there's something immensely wise and clever and funny to say. And it's just not coming. I did though become very further convinced that your mind actually does have a mind of its own.
Yeah, I agree. Are you mean me personally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess everybody, but
Well, yeah.
you're the one that articulated it.
Well, I don't know. I just wrote it. Sometimes I just write a song because it's there, kind of, or it's not there, and then, but it obviously needs writing if it's not there. Hey, you ought to be on a cross-country drive with me and Jimmie at about midnight, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets pretty bizarre.
Oh, the townhouse warbler lives far apart in a song. He holds the poor in his memory, he never lets on. And he gathers his strength as he gazes at length in a joy you cannot tell from the sound of nothing's been heard from his boy. He's a thief in the night and he's stealing for light, you won't know it. And he's already found you, his arms all around you, won't show it. Maybe one day you'll know more of, you'll know enough to say, look over yonder, he's already coming. Look over yonder, he's already coming. Look over yonder, he's already coming your way. Oh, the caretaker's daughter, she lives near the Garden of Eden. She knows the name of each flower, she remembers which let you in. And she spills the sky when she looks in your eye, and her jasmine, a symphony heard from a mansion when the wind sweeps in between. She's a thief in the night and she's stealing for love, you won't know it. She's already found you, her arms all around you, won't show it. Maybe one day you'll know more of, you'll know enough to say, look over yonder, she's already coming. Look over yonder, she's already coming. Look over yonder, she's already coming your way. Oh, the old engineer stays patient high in his roundhouse. He watches his trains appearing through silent puffs of snow. And his eyes are bright as he watches them nearing the time to set the track. And with a flick of his wrist, he waves to let them go. He's a thief in the night and he's stealing for light, you won't know it. He's already found you, his arms all around you, won't show it. maybe one day you'll know more of, you'll know enough to say, look over yonder, he's already coming. Look over yonder, he's already coming. Look over yonder, he's already coming your way. He's a thief in the night and he's stealing for light, you won't know it. And he's already found you, his arms all around you, won't show it. Maybe one day you'll know more of, you'll know enough to say, look over yonder, he's already coming. Look over yonder, he's already coming. Look over yonder, he's already coming your way.
Did you ever see Dallas from a DC 9 at night? Dallas is a jewel, baby, Dallas is a beautiful sight. Dallas is a jungle, but Dallas gives a beautiful life. Did you ever see Dallas from a DC 9 at night?
Well, Dallas is a woman who will walk on you when you're down. But when you are up, she's the kind you want to take her around. But Dallas ain't a woman to help you get your feet on the ground. And Dallas is a woman who will walk on you when you're down. Well, I came into Dallas with the bright lights on my mind. But I came into Dallas with $1 and a dime.
Dallas is a rich man with a death wish in his eye. A steel and concrete soul with a warm-hearted love disguised. A rich man who tends to believe in his own lies. Yeah, Dallas is a rich man with a death wish in his eye. I came into Dallas with the bright lights on my mind. But I came into Dallas with $1 and a dime.
Did you ever see Dallas from a DC 9 at night? Well, Dallas is a jewel, oh yeah, Dallas is a beautiful sight. And Dallas is a jungle, but Dallas gives a beautiful light. Did you ever see Dallas from a DC 9 at night? Did you ever see Dallas from a DC 9 at night?
May the 11th, 1972 was a Sunday. And
We have
I'm
reason
not a-
to remember.
I'm only half of an idiot savant, so figure out which half. Yeah. But that was the morning that only 2 or 3 people got to hear this song and were the first ones ever to hear it. I was the first one because I wrote it. I hope that's right. And then Jimmie was the second one to hear it. And it was a rare foggy morning in Lubbock, Texas. And but the sun came up and was trying to, poke through the clouds and the fog a little bit. And I was living in the Flatlander. We called it the Flatlander House, 14th Street, because that, oddly enough, was on 14th Street, 2 blocks east of the campus, Texas Tech campus. And that was one of those houses where there was always somebody awake and always somebody asleep. And this was so early that morning. I got up and went in and sat down in our dining room, and which consisted of a couple of concrete blocks and a door balanced on top of it. And we like to sit on the floor those days. Anyway, and sat down and wrote this song, and it came out like this, kind of.
If you were a bluebird, you'd be a sad one, and I'd give you a true word. But you already had one. If you were a bluebird, you'd be crying, you'd be flying home.
You were a raindrop, you would shine like a rainbow. If you were a train stop, the conductor would sing low. If you were a raindrop, you'd be falling, you'd be calling home. Hotel, you'd be a grand one. But if you hit a slow spell, do you think you could stand one? If you were a hotel, I would lean on your doorbell and I'd call you my home.
If I was a highway, I'd stretch alongside you. I'd help you pass byways that have dissatisfied you. If I was a highway, I'd be stretching, I'd be fetching you home.
you were a bluebird, you'd be a sad one. I'd give you a true word, but you've already had one. If you were a bluebird, you'd be crying, you'd be flying home. Let's see.
According to time, we've got 11 more minutes.
And we had one song left on our list, so we better pad it a little bit. So, Butch, what are we going to do next? That way I don't have to think of it. What's that?
Oh, I get. We're gonna hear some requests. All of a sudden,
For several minutes. Just, we're hearing the request.
Alligator. Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Let's see.
Uh-oh. This is actually kind of fun waiting around to figure out what we're going to figure out. It could happen any moment. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
What should we do?
Let's see. Let's see. Susan, what have we left out? Which one? Oh, we can do that. You want to do it, Butch?
Yeah.
We can do that because Butch knows the words. We wrote it together.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Jimmie and Joe wrote this song out in Terlingua, as a matter of fact. And we wrote it. Boy, sometimes I'm at a loss for words because you know why? I don't either. It's like actually, no words is a pretty amazing place to be. Pretty cool. Pretty fun.
I found a great thing.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Enough said.
Say no more. What are we doing? Oh, yeah.
Walking the line between pleasure and pain, biding my time between loss and gain. I've run out of roads, I've traveled them all, down at the border by a sided wall, down to the border in that wall, trying to vision the cause of it all. No one to point to and no one to blame, can't be the only one stuck in this game. Borderless love, land of the free, borderless love, how far can you see? Borderless love, there's no border at all in a borderless love. There's no need for a wall. Down at the border, in that wall. Oh, I'm sorry, we'll get it.
Maybe we don't know this song
Maybe
anymore.
we don't know this.
We don't have Joe with us. How can
Down
we know
at the
this song?
border, facing that wall, racking my brain for the cause of it all. No one to point to and no one to blame. I can't be the only one stuck in this game. Borderless love, the land of the free. Borderless love, how far can you see? Borderless love, there's no fear at all in a borderless love. There's no need for a wall.
Over, under, around, and through. Life is love, and love is true. Over, under, around, and through. Walls of thunder, skies of blue.
Borderless love, borderless love. Borderless love, borderless love.
Wow, okay, so that was the next to last song on our list. In fact, that song wasn't even on the list. It wasn't. But this is the last song on our list. And thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for coming. And this Mucky Duck is always wonderful. It's always fun and good. And we really appreciate being able to come back here and have you guys come support us. Thank you. That midnight train is a long and a slow one. Timetable set, the brakeman is tired. Your seat is reserved with exceptions for no one. No luggage allowed, no ticket required.
It will be there right on time at the station. Even if midnight must come at high noon, you will not know that train's destination. You'll not leave late, no 1 minute too soon.
You may sit beside fear and go worse than lonely, or travel with trust and love and faith restore. These choices you have, and these choices only. When that train rolls in and you step on board. Now that whistle blows, yes, it's already whining. If you listen close, you can hear it soft and clear. And that headlight burns, yes, it's already shining. And you might as well choose right now. It's love or fear. It's love or fear. love or fear.
Thanks again, everybody. Butch Hancock.
Thank y'all.